To introduce our speakers, in a moment, I'll invite our past president and past district governor, Kathy Gibson. For those of you that haven't met Kathy, she has a classification of business consultants and services. I'll invite her to the podium in a moment. But first, a couple of fun facts about Kathy. She joined our club in July 2000. She's a lifelong learner as well as a mountain climber. Several years ago, she embraced an opportunity to attend a conference for community leaders hosted by the U.S. Army War College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. During her year as president of Seattle 4, she also completed ascent of her 7th technical tallest mountain in the world, Carson Pyramid in Australasia. That was during our December holiday break. So after that meeting, I remember she just tore off her cape and took off, had her backpack ready. Kathy, thanks for your leadership in Seattle 4, our Rotary District, and your vocation, and in our greater community. During our question and answer segment for the panel, club member Lillian Sherman, with classification of foundations and philanthropy, will be our roving microphone handler here at the Westin. John Steckler will monitor the Zoom chat questions for those of you participating by Zoom, and then he'll present them on your behalf. Now to introduce today's main program, here is Kathy Gibson.
Thank you, President Jimmy. And while our main program participants get in their place, I want to take this opportunity to formally welcome my fellow members of the UNCF Leadership Council. If you'll just wave. Andrew Liu, so glad you're here. Ron Bennett, so glad you're here. Heather Goldsmith and Chelsea Berry. And we also have the UNCF team here, Jalea Washington, Mariah Beverly, and Dallas Richardson. Thank you for all you do. And I'm going to give another special shout out to retired UW professor Al Black. Thanks for joining us today. Well, I'm excited because now I get to introduce two of my very favorite Rotarians. Two very committed individuals devoted to opening the doors to education. Two leaders who connect their passion for service and work here at Rotary and in other forums around our community. Of course, I'm talking about Linda Thompson Black and Lori Walker. Linda joined our club and has jumped right into service over the past 5 years. She is a true change agent who cares deeply about the power of education because, as she sees it, it is one of the single most powerful things you can give an individual, especially young people. Linda has been walking her talk for over 30 years, including as Mayor Norm Rice's lead education staff member, as a champion for families and for the Family and Education Levy here in our region, and as an advocate for national student achievement and dropout prevention programs across the country. But it's not all work and no play for Linda. She loves to travel, go boating, and enjoy family time. Lori Walker, at the far end here, is going to celebrate 20 years as a member of Seattle Rotary this July. Early congratulations. Lori always wanted to be a teacher when she was young, but her love of art spurred her to go into architecture and design instead. She stayed connected to education by volunteering as an art docent, teaching drawing, and teaching a curriculum called Architecture and Children in Public Schools. She's inspired by people like Trish Malign-Zico, who are finding new ways to bring relevance in education to young people and who are trying to change our system for the better. Lori has been providing inspired leadership to Seattle 4 as the co-chair of our club's education committee. Thank you, Lori, for your leadership, and the program time is yours.
Thanks so much, Kathy, for your introduction. So Mary Wagner and I have had the opportunity to be co-chairs of the Education Committee for the last 4 years. For those who have been on the committee in the past and those who serve today, thanks so much. We have continued to build on the legacy of all those that went before us. Our charge, as Mary and I joined the Education Committee, was to renew the outstanding programs that had been established. The Winners for Life, our recognition and scholarship program, and the Dictionary Project, a focus on third grade literacy, continue to bring relevance through the renewal that we have made to youth in these changing times. This committee has long been focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion, long before these became buzzwords in our everyday language. We did change our purpose statement to be more explicit about this. So that's what you see on the slide. The Education Committee seeks to promote educational excellence, justice, and equity, enhance the well-being of Seattle youth in our community, and bring educational awareness to our Rotary community. Our two main programs bookend the primary and secondary learning journey. We still focus on literacy for early readers by providing culturally relevant library books that reflect student populations in our elementary schools. And we still provide scholarships to young adults who are winners for life through our partnership with United Negro College Fund. The scholarship program is much enhanced through our partnership with UNCF, which will be the focus of today's program. Oh, I have a clicker. Do I have a clicker? Okay, this? Okay. Okay, so specific thanks go to our current committee members and Rotarians who have been mentors with the UNCF Portfolio Project. Thanks so much to your time and energy, and that's what you see on the slide here. And Linda's gonna give you an overview of the UNCF program.
Thank you for the opportunity to share with you about the Rotary and UNCF collaboration. I hope you'll feel the pride and joy of your work after you hear our discussion. I want to go over what the Portfolio Project is. Our vision is to pave the way for a diverse pipeline of future scholars and leaders by collaborating with community partners like the Rotary and stakeholders to bridge the equity and opportunity gap for students of color. Our mission is to engage, enable, and ensure that 11th and 12th grade students are equipped with the tools, access, and exposure necessary to reach their dreams and aspirations of attending universities, colleges, trade, and vocational schools. The school district loves our partnership. It is part of their systemic change process. They want every high school student to leave with a high school and beyond plan, and this fits right into that. So what is the UNCF Portfolio Project? It includes a scholarship program, it includes a mentorship program, and it includes a 13-week college, career, and vocational preparation program. Our structure is that we have a facilitator for each week. We have a content expert on the items that we're discussing, and then we have a mentorship. Oh, thank you. And then our program content includes providing information on scholarships, mentorships, and how do you apply for a scholarship? How do you fill out your financial aid forms to help pay for college? So we're teaching students how to fish, narrowing down the right college for you, assembling everything you need to apply, transcripts, resumes, brag sheets, and then making their final presentation on their portfolio. This year, the Rotary gave $30,000 to 12 students to pursue their college dreams. You will hear from them today. Let's give you a big hand. So now I'd like for you to enjoy a video on our partnership. I want to thank Seattle Rotary Number 4 for collaborating with UNCF on the Portfolio Project and for their vision, commitment, and leadership. They understand the power of scholarships for students of color is life-changing. Scholarships provide low and low net worth students with the educational fuel to succeed. The median net worth for whites is $97,000. For blacks, it's approximately $5,000, and Latinos, $1,300. These are striking differences, revealing why college expenses can be so out of reach for students of color. They share the vision to expand educational opportunities for all and to break the cycle of poverty.
UNCF Rotary partnership is really an important one. We have the Education Committee for many, many years has been giving scholarships to opportunity at-risk students.
And what it's been enabled us to do is impact a larger number of youth in the community. And we have a long history of working with youth in the sense of helping them empower themselves and transform their lives through education and community service.
This year was our kickoff, and we had so many kids that we worked with much more intimately than we have in the past, so Rotary members really got a lot out of this experience. I think the unique part of mentoring for me was that with this program, the Portfolio Project, you really get ingrained in what's happening in these kids' lives at this point of the whole education cycle. So for me, the reward was seeing the success of these kids, all their hard work comes together through this portfolio.
Remember that education is always and always has been a way to reach the American dream. Sadly, though, this has been lacking for communities of color. Our involvement in both support and mentorship of the United Negro College Fund and its programs will help alleviate some of the inequities that exist in our society.
We are not just delivering scholarships to students. We are really teaching those students how to develop themselves and be ready to enter college.
You know, what I learned as a mentor was that I could be a mentor. Because when I first came into this, I was a little hesitant. I've never done a one-on-one mentoring with students before. I found it to be a very exciting experience.
Hello, my name is Alana.
Gianni White.
Ismail Mohammed.
Robert Willis.
I'm Sully White, and I will be attending Central Washington University, University of Washington,
Howard University.
Seattle University.
And I will be attending Norfolk State University.
Thank you, Seattle Rotary number 4.
For contributing to brighter futures.
We
are grateful
For your support
and mentorship that this organization has provided.
We are the future.
We are the next generation. We are the next generation.
We are the next generation of leaders.
Hello, there we go. All right. So we thought the best way for you to really understand a little bit more about this is to actually hear from our students. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, a little excitement there. So we have, as Linda said, there are 12 scholarship recipients this year, and we have 3 of them here with us and 1 in the audience as well. And let me introduce them. We have Nay Jupp here. Nay is a senior at Thomas Jefferson High School. She's been accepted to the University of Washington and is going to be a pre-science major in the fall. Nay loves, a fun fact about Nay is she loves iced coffee. Everyone who sees her often with that, but she's also doing you tell.
Right now I'm working on obtaining my seal of triliteracy in Spanish.
Okay, thanks, Nay. Kisnet Tesfa is our second student. She's a senior at Roosevelt High School. She's been accepted to the University of Washington, and she will be a political science major emphasizing pre-law in the fall. Kisnet is the youngest of 8 siblings. And she likes this because she gets lots of advice about college and life from her older siblings. And then we also have Abraham Tagina, graduated from Garfield High School a year ago, actually. He is just finishing his first year at the University of Washington, majoring in computer science. Abraham's goal in life is to achieve financial freedom. I think we can all relate to that. So with that, Linda's going to moderate the panel. I'm here as a participant on the panel in my mentorship role with the portfolio project.
Can you hear me? Yep. Okay, good. So the first question that I would like to ask you is, why did you get involved with the portfolio project? And that question is going to be directed to Kisnet and Lori.
You go first, Kismet. Here you go. Here you
Oh, I joined UNCF my junior year to get help on college essays and went back again my senior year so I could focus more on scholarships and submitting those college essays, which was really helpful.
Okay, and I, as part of our transformation, as we talked about, we started partnering with UNCF, and of course, we had a lot of Rotarians that first year that we did who participated as mentors. So that's really why I got involved. And I had a lot of worries, just like Doug Sato said on that video, like, I don't know whether I really have much to offer here, but I found it to be an incredible experience. And I learned, certainly I learned as much as maybe I gave, and I got that much as well.
Great. The next question. The next question is that what skills did you learn from the portfolio project and find most useful in your high school and college journey? Nay, I'm going to start with you, and each one of you will ask this, and you have 1 minute.
Okay, so the most important skill I've learned from my experience in the portfolio project was the skill of networking. So every week we had different people come in and talk to us about a different skill. And one of the people that came to talk to us came and talked to us about networking. And a line that I specifically remember was when he said, "Your network is your net worth." So I strongly believe that to be true, because had I not joined the portfolio project, I wouldn't have gotten to experience any of the experiences I had, or be able to be a part of any of the programs I had because of the network I've been able to build with the people in the portfolio project.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I would also agree networking and also public speaking. There was times where we had like Zoom presentations, the portfolio. That was really nice. Yeah, I don't know. I came into UNCF when it came to, like, to public speaking. I was really bad and like scared, but having this opportunity like really helped me, which is nice.
A couple skills I would say is being professional and organized. During the portfolio project, many times we had deadlines for different things so that we were ready for our applications. And I've used that in college too, like to be ready for interviews, for like internships and stuff like that. And then just being professional, it really gets you far. Yeah.
Wonderful. The next question is, how does...
Just hold it closer.
Okay. How does mentoring in the portfolio project affect student achievement? This question is for Lori and Nay. Nay, do you want to go first?
So I started the portfolio project my junior year as well. And I started it mostly because I was looking for some guidance, because I didn't know what I wanted to do post-secondary or for the rest of my secondary education. So I believe that mentorship helps students, because my mentor, I've had her for 2 years, and I also had Lori as a mentor for 1 year as well. And my mentor, she basically helped me, like, we figured out what colleges I wanted to apply to, what major did I want to study, and she helped me write my essays, or basically she helped me throughout the whole process of applying for colleges and different things, so I knew what I wanted to do. And the mentorship helped me because I felt I was more prepared.
Yeah. One of the things about the mentoring process, I think the college essays are a key part of what we help students with, and that usually kind of, for some, it kind of goes through the whole 12-week program is working on those essays. But the thing about it for me is that these essays are really the opportunity that students have to differentiate themselves, to really tell their story. And these stories are amazingly moving, and I get insights. So, I mean, really, both Kisnet and Nay shared their stories with me, and it just made me understand how the challenges that these kids are facing, and in addition to kind of giving back. But that's what I just love about the portfolio project and mentoring.
Wonderful. Why is receiving a scholarship so important? Abraham, would you like to share about that? And you are a portfolio project alumni that has completed your first year.
Getting the scholarship helps a lot because in school, I would probably have to work right now to pay my tuition if I didn't get those scholarships. And because of that, I'm able to stay home, practice my skills in computer science to actually get internships during my freshman year. And I don't know many people, like many of my friends are currently in jobs, and that keeps them from being able to find other opportunities. And I think finding those, getting those scholarships really helps because now I have free time that I can use to utilize to do the things I really want to do.
Wonderful. And how did you, as an alumni, why was this important to you, and how did it help you in college?
Because it's like tuition is something that I'm gonna have to pay. It's something that is required, and that it's a decision between going to college and not going to college. So it's life changing basically, because now I'm actually in college following what I want to do, and that means a lot to me.
Wonderful. I hope that you enjoyed our young people. I want to thank Lori. Lori is an incredible co-chair and friend, and you can't do things without teaming. I want to thank Kathy. She's a wonderful Rotarian, my mentor. And I want to thank all of you, because these are the young people that you help go to college, and they are our next leaders.